J'ai the cold feet. You can't let it go. Too many lives with nothing to show.
This week we're in Rioja, the home of Spanish wine. Behind us are the vineyards that make some of the best red wine in all the world. The party here, the Fiesta, is called La Batalla de Vino de Haro, which roughly translates to the wine fight. They have a fight with wine, some of the best red wine in the world. Why? Because they've got so much of it.
What did you learn today? I learned nothing. What did you do today? I did nothing. What did you learn at school? I didn't go home. Why didn't you go to school? I don't know, it's cool.
Back in the 12th century, Haro had a border dispute with neighbouring Miranda del Ebro. To put an end to the fussin' and the feudin', it was decreed that the cliffs of Bilbao would be the border, and to maintain it, the people of Haro had to remark the frontier with a line of flags every year on the 29th of June. Being Spain, a few centuries later this utterly boring flag planting devolved into a wine fight, and by the 18th century, modern Haro's more hedonistic ancestors were passing the 29th completely soaked inside and out with the local purple nectar. These days they've given up on the flags altogether, relying on the rivulets of red wine that fall from the fight to demark the town's limits. On the morning of the fight, the townsfolk gather and move in a procession up the hill towards the cliff face that defines the historical border. From there, the mayor makes a blessing at the cliff-top church and the fight begins in earnest, with women and children, booze hounds and teetotalers soaking each other in the local produce. The atmosphere is electric and contagious. While the mornings here are usually cold, the revelry seems to have an insulating effect, and if you don't want to be soaked, this may not be the place for you. The locals will saturate any and everyone within splashing range, and use an array of buckets, wineskins, water pistols and weed whackers to achieve the task.
We had every intention to take the high ground at this fiesta, just to come, film, stay clean, stay dry, and all of a sudden we found ourselves embroiled in the wine fight. I was pretty grumpy earlier, everyone was being annoying, and I guess it must soak into your pores because I'm having a fucking whale of a time.
Once the fight is done, the townsfolk return to a nearby car park and begin to barbecue everything from big cuts of meat, snails, and all washed down with, you guessed it, more red wine. They couldn't feed us enough, and we were pulled from car to car to try this and that and of course swig the delicious wine. In this part of the world, you always swig the wine.
So this has been going on for a week. They've been partying here for a week. Last night they went all night. This morning they spent 4 or 5 hours throwing wine at each other. Just when you thought they couldn't party anymore, here we are.
For all the talk of young foreigners coming to Spain to party, their stamina was absolutely no match for that of the locals. After the fight, every Australian, American, or whateverian was snuggling up for a nap, while Haro locals of all ages were just getting started.
What do you think is going to happen tomorrow?
Well, if it's like any sort of Spanish festival, it's going to be carnival. I mean, that's the thing with Fiesta, you know, it's the way of life for Spanish. they can party like
They
it's
can
just-
party.
They can party.
The bastards.
Yeah, oh, unbelievable. No tomorrow. It's just that no tomorrow.
Yeah.